Okay, good day everybody. Good day everybody.
Good day, sir.
Okay, what we are here to learn now is to learn how to couple a complete CPU from the scratch. As you can see that the CPU is empty and we are here to fix in all the internal hardwares. Don't forget that we're talking about hardwares and we said hardwares are classified into how many? Hardwares are classified into how many? Namely, internal hardwares and external hardwares. Okay, thank you very much. So now we are ready to fix the computer system. So let's get the motherboard. So this is the motherboard. What's this?
Motherboard.
What's this?
The motherboard.
What's this?
The motherboard.
Now the motherboard, the function of the motherboard is to help you connect all the input devices and the output devices together so that they can work. So the motherboard coordinates all the activities of the input and output devices. So we install the motherboard. That's the first thing to do. So once we install the motherboard, then we then install other internal hardwares. The first thing we do is to install the motherboard. So we kickstart it this way. So install the motherboard. You have to be careful when you're installing the motherboard, especially with the screws, so that you will not go and damage anything there. Okay, and you make sure it must be firm to the board. So because if it's not firm, you may not be able to enjoy, good connectivity. You will be having surge. Okay, that's that for the motherboard. Okay, so you have motherboard locked to the board, several places. So after the motherboard, the next thing to do is to install your RAM, your memory, Abby?
Yes, sir.
So you can see the motherboard fixed. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Can you see it fixed?
Yes, sir.
That's the motherboard fixed into your system. You can see it. That's the motherboard fixed. Then the next thing is what? Is the memory. So let's take the memory. So this is the RAM. What is the full meaning of RAM?
Read the limit.
No.
Random access memory.
Random access memory. So you fixed your memory on your board. So this is how to do that. So there is an expansion slot called the memory slot where you can fix your memory, as you can see. So you fix it properly, you make sure it sits well on your board. You understand? That's it, that's the memory there. Okay, so once it sits well on your board, the next thing to do is to fix your power pack. What did I say?
Power pack.
Okay, so what's the function of the power pack? Who can tell me? Who can tell me the function of the power pack? Yes.
It helps to run the CPU.
It helps to run the CPU. Is that the function of the power pack? Is that the function of the power pack? No, that's not the function. The power pack supplies current in different, voltages to all the internal hardwares. You understand? So that's what the power pack does. It supplies current because it's the power pack. It's the one that receives the power and it distributes powers to different hardwares according to how they'll be needing it. Some of the hardwares may be needing 5 volts. Some of the internal hardwares may be needing 10, 15. So the power pack does what? Splits the power coming in and then gives to different internal hardware. So we lock in the power pack. So let's see, we lock in the power pack. Okay, so we have this is where we can lock in. Okay, you can see we lock the power pack with screws. So because once your power pack is fully locked, then by the time you're pushing your power plug inside, you'll not be having issues. You understand? Okay. Okay, that's that for that. So we'll finish locking your power pack. So when you finish locking your power pack, what else do you fix? Then you look at other internal hardwares. You can see your power pack is fixed now. Can you see it? So then we look at other internal hardwares like the what? CD-ROM. So that's CD-ROM. What's the function of a CD-ROM? You can tell me? Read CD disk. And that is, yeah, it helps you to also install your applications because most of your softwares comes with CDs. So you read CD disk. You know, CD disk could be video CDs, could be music CDs, data CDs, data disk. So it helps you to read those CDs. So you lock it in, and you can see the CD-ROM fixed. That's the CD-ROM. Can you see it? It's fixed. That's the CD-ROM fixed and fixed to the computer system. Okay, the next thing is to plug the power of your CD-ROM, and then I hope you know it has both the power and the IDE, which is the SATA. Of course, this one is SATA, this is not IDE. Okay, then you plug in your power. So after you plug in your power, the next thing to do is what? Is to plug your hard drive. So let's plug your hard drive. Where's the hard drive? You can give me the hard drive. Okay, beautiful. So this is a hard drive. That's the hard drive in there. That's the hard drive. Can you see it? That's the hard drive. So let's plug in your hard drive. It's already having its own compartments. So well, let's put the power before we then do that, so that we don't need to start struggling to plug those things whilst they are already fixed. Okay, so we lock it. Once you fix your hard drive, you lock it. So once you do all this, it's supposed to come up. You know, the board is supposed to, once you on the board, everything is supposed to, if there is no problem, it's supposed to come up properly. Then also your power plug, you plug where necessary. You will see a power expansion slot. You know, can you zoom in the camera so that they can see it very well? The power expansion slots. Okay, you can see it. So I plug my power and my power expansion slots properly. So that's it. That's my power expansion slots. You can see it. Okay. So after doing that, then the power has two plugs. Anyway, you plug the first one and you plug the second one. This is the second one. Can you see it? You plug the second one also. Okay. After you've done that, you've plug this, plug that, you've done everything, then you can do a check. But before you do a check, hope you know that we still have to fix all our power button plugs. So you check, and be sure that everything is intact. You plug in the right place. Then the USB also, your SATA connection on the board, check all that. This is the USB. You have USB 1, USB 2. Can you see it? Let them see it very well. You can see it. USB 1, USB 1, USB 2. So you plug that on the board properly so that your board can dictate USB from the front casing. You know, not from the back now, from the front casing. Okay, so you then plug. So find a way to plug it around and find a convenient and the best way to plug. Okay. Okay. Because if you don't plug it properly, you may not enjoy some of those functions on the computer system. The white one is the USB. Okay, we have plugged the power, we have plugged the USB, we have plugged all that, and next thing is the cooling fan. Of course, your cooling fan is important also, because the cooling fan will help cool the computer system and then give you a beautiful. Okay, we are almost there. Okay, it must lock properly on the Okay. So lock that properly. So after locking that properly, the next thing is to test your computer system. So we have our monitor here. So let's test and see if what we have done is okay. So you plug. Okay, you can see it's working already. You can see it's working already. Then the power. Turn on the power and let's see what happens to the monitor. You can see the sound is coming up with. Okay, can you switch? Let them see the monitor. Can you switch? Switch the camera. Switch the camera. Switch the camera. Let them see the monitor. Okay, you can see the monitor coming up now. So you can see it. So that's how to couple your computer system. So the computer system has started working. So there's no problem with our connection. Everything is intact and everything is okay. So that's how you can couple your computer system. Hope that is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Hope that is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.